Hey, DJRJ from UFMIA here from the beautiful city of Naples, Italy. And today we're going to give you something real special, an in-depth look at the historic underground of Naples. And you're going to hear a special story told by the tour guide. You want to stick around to hear some special history on the underground of Naples. We'd like to thank everybody who's subscribed to our network. We're very close to the 500 subscriber mark.
Those are just empty shells right now, you see? Let's still be extra careful walking around, and let's not try to lock these guys. Anyway, enough about the war. Now, let's go back in time. So actually, in ancient times, this place is still an aqueduct. Pay attention to that part of the wall behind. That was built to looks like naturally. And below here, it's covered with some plastic. As I told you, Upo is very porous, so it can absorb the water really well. But the Romans didn't want this to happen. They wanted to keep that water for themselves, so they developed this plastic. They mixed cocoa powder, vegetable oil, and but what about the water? Fun fact is that we never water these plants. You might have noticed that it's pretty humid down here, and the humidity in the air is due to all the water that people had absorbed during the aqueduct period, and it's pumping. starts, this layer blocks the shockwave inside of itself and it doesn't let any cracks form further up in the building. Now, there is a spectacular historical figure related to this place, and his name was Nero, or Nerone as we call him here in Italy, and he's remembered as the crazy emperor throughout history. There was one thing that he loved doing more than ruling his empire, and that was singing. He used to sing at the stage of this very theater. He often performed here, and he often made people wait for the start of his performances. Days on end, trapped inside the audience. Once he was finally performing, and suddenly an earthquake started. People naturally started panicking, trying to find a way out, but Nero said, "Stay. The earthquake is just the gods applauding for my performance." Quite a self-obsessed guy he was, I assume. Anyway, those times of glory when the emperor himself could perform here didn't last forever. Over time, this place came into gradual decline and got finally abandoned in 4th century AD, and then people started looting this place for building material. They looted everything. Clay tiles, rocks, and especially marble, and often they used it to build their houses right on top of this pre-existing ancient Roman theater. This is quite a special thing about Naples, that generations came over and over and kept building over each other. So, for example, we had this Greek layer that started the city, then Romans arrived, built over them. In medieval times it was French, then Spanish, then Spanish for a very long time, then French again, and well, now we're in the Italian period of Naples. So if you have a look at the cross-section of the entire city, it might remind you of some kind of a lasagna. So many layers on top of each other, and the perfect illustration of it are these. These are parts of apartments where people live right now. That, for example, is a bathroom window, as I found out accidentally once. We don't talk about that. Anyway, this just reveals how much interconnected all these different periods of Naples are.
All right, all of you know that there's an ongoing war in Ukraine with Russia, and it has escalated to almost a terrifying day-to-day experience for all Ukrainians. My 3 ladies who were supposed to join me here in Naples all have kids. One has 2 boys. And one has a daughter who's married to a Ukrainian soldier. Unfortunately, the news has not been good. They both have been injured in the war, and we send out our prayers to them. That's all I can really say right now.